Welcome to Learning Equinox. In our last video on the series of soft skills, we talked about teamwork and brought in the significance of team synergy and team building process. A leader plays a significant role in bringing about good synergy in teams. Today, we shall be talking about leadership skills, the sixth in our series of soft skills, another important skill in today's work environment. So, what is leadership all about? John C. Maxwell said leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It's about one life influencing another. Leaders in various ways influence, guide, and mentor their subordinates to get the desired level of performance in order to achieve the long drawn organization goals. Over years, several theories of leadership have evolved. These are, you can categorize them into five. One is the traits theories. These theories talk about traits or personality characteristics of leaders, such as integrity, empathy, assertiveness, good decision making skills, so on and so forth. The next theory category we can categorize as the behavioral skills theory. This focuses on various behavioral skills required for a leader. The third in the categories can be the contingencies theory. These theories attempt to predict which style of leadership is good in what circumstance. They talk about the various styles of leadership. The fourth in the category is all about power and influence theories. These theories are based on various ways that leaders emerge with using power and influence to get the work done. The fifth and the last is transformational leadership. This deals with transformation of leaders in business organization, considered to be the most effective style of leadership to use in almost all business situations. No matter what style of leadership one adopts from any of these theories, each leader has certain basic roles. So let us look at what are the roles of a leader. First and foremost, communicating. A leader makes effective use of communication to reach out to internal and external people within and outside the organization. The next one is decision making. Evaluate and consider the choices and make effective decisions is one of the key roles of a leader. Team building, definitely. A leader is nothing without a team. A leader to be a mentor here, he has to help his team members learn, share, and grow. A leader makes sure that team members are informed and developed. Innovation. Leaders should be capable of creative thinking and influencing lateral thinking. Leading by example. Leaders should be capable of demonstrating integrity, professionalism, and build an image around so that team members can follow them. They need to set an example for their team members. Strategic thinking. A leader should be capable of looking at the bigger picture and planning, organizing, and bringing about change in the organization. Leadership is all about delivering results through effective planning, strategic thinking, motivating the team, and creating and enabling an environment for the team platform. So, then what exactly are good leaders? Good leaders possess the following attitudes: positive attitude and outlook. Positive people are able to approach situations in a realistic manner and are also prepared to make changes necessary to overcome the problem. Secondly, a good leader should have the ability to create a vision for the future. He should be able to create a robust and compelling vision of the future and be able to assert that vision in the present situation in a way that it inspires people around them. Thirdly, a leader should have the ability to motivate people. Good leaders must be able to convince others to accept the objectives they have set. They tend to emphasize teamwork and make their team recognize when people work together, they can achieve great things. So he should be able to motivate his team members. Leaders should be capable of managing performance. Effective leaders manage performance by setting their expectations clearly and concisely. When everyone knows what is expected, it is much easier to move forward for a higher performance. Leaders should be having the capability of problem solving and decision making. Good leaders tend to be exceptional problem solvers. They have a good understanding of the business environment and are able to generate creative ideas and evaluate the options effectively before deciding. Leaders have a very high level of emotional intelligence. The ability to recognize one's own feelings as well as the others' feelings and emotions and manage them to create strong relations is something that a leader should possess. This entails strong awareness and empathy. Self confidence. Good leaders tend to have a very high level of self confidence. This comes from knowing themselves and what they want to do and strongly believe in. They should be capable of having the ability to believe in people and also believe in themselves to get things done successfully. Most important, a good leader should be a good mentor. Here, I would like to touch upon one more key role that a leader should have: mentoring. It is defined as a professional relationship in which a person, which an experienced person whom we call as a mentor, assists another, that is a mentee, in developing specific skills and knowledge that will enhance the less experienced, that is the mentee, to develop personal and professional growth. So, mentoring is this process. So, what does a mentor do? Let us deep dive a little more into mentoring. Mentor teaches the mentee about specific issues. He coaches the mentee on particular skill. He facilitates the mentee's growth by sharing resources and networks. He challenges the mentee to move beyond his or her comfort zone. He creates a safe learning environment for taking risks. And last but not the least, focuses on the mentee's overall development. It's easy to say that mentorship is important for leadership, but this is what a mentor needs to do. So, nurturing the team to achieve and outgrow themselves, total development of the team members is a significant role of a leader. Leadership and mentoring go hand in hand. Many leaders are not so successful as others, mainly because they fall short in successfully transferring the benefits of their wisdom and experience to others. There is a great difference between someone who holds a leadership position and that of a mature, effective leader. Towards the end, leadership is not about the leader, but rather about those being led. In the words of Brian Tracy, become the kind of leader that people would follow voluntarily, even if you do not have any title or position. A great leader's success can be found in one measure. Those are being led by you are better off as a result of your leadership. So the other people that are following you should be better off than you. Leadership carries with it a very great responsibility, which is the obligation of service. Once a person assumes a leadership role, then automatically he becomes responsible for the care and overall well-being of those they lead. Mentoring is a part of leaders' job description. A leader is responsible to develop people to the best of his ability, which hopefully leads to people reaching their full potential. A good leader is one who has a good mentor first. A successful organization creates culture where acquisition, development, implementation, and transfer of skills and knowledge are highly valued. This type of culture can exist only when the practice of mentoring is a top down initiative. Leaders must not only embrace mentoring, but they must also become its champion. Now we have a full course in soft skills in which we teach in depth on leadership too. Leadership skill is a self-sustained topic where we deal with in-depth details of the various theories of leadership with examples like an autocratic leader, laissez-faire leadership policy, democratic leader. For more such details, you can get in touch with us at the given number on the screen or write to us at the given email ID. There, we can discuss on various leadership skills that one can adopt using the Blake and Mountain managerial grid, the qualities of the leader, how they evolve with different situations within the organization, how leaders use power and influence, and how also we learn about transformational leadership. All this with a lot of activities and case studies. Lastly, I would like to conclude that leaders are like tea bags. You know how good they are when they land in hot water. Thank you.